MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Jose Urena gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1 as we're underway tonight in South Florida. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Nick Williams comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Head-to-head with Jose Urena. He's 1 for 5. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Urena has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Just starting things out here in South Florida. Again, another foul ball. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. So next to the plate for the Phils, Cesar Hernandez. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. 1 ball, no strikes to count. To first. Bourne ranges to his right, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Jake Arrieta gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's last 3 starts haven't been that bad, but he's picked up a no decision in all 3. I'm sure he'd like to pick up the W in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Cameron Maybin. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Marlins, left fielder, Cameron Maybin.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sliders in for a strike. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Anderson. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, right fielder,
So here is Avisail Garcia. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Here's the pitch. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chopped toward the second baseman. Knee high, he barehands it. Touché, sir. 1. Here's Carlos Santana now. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. 2 of the game's best, 2 of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now the payoff pitch home. Gets him looking, strike 3.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maybin in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Head-to-head with Jose Urena. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Fastball called for strike 2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Maikel Franco looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. In there, no balls and a strike.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Phillies down. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Derek Dietrich. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is on the ground over to first. Gloved by Santana, and a step on first himself for the out. Up next from Miami, Justin Bour. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. The 1-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Hernandez has a play. 2 gone.
Batting 10th, catcher, JT.
Now in the box,
Realmuto.
JT Realmuto. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded back up the middle to his right. Hernandez. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Settling in now, Jorge Alfaro. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Now the 2-0 home. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
Swing and a misses. He was way early on that one. 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Striding into the box, J.P. Crawford. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Hit back up the middle. And the Phillies are into the hit column.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Striding in, Rob Penny, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He's hoping to break out of the slump he's been stuck in. First pitch of the at-bat. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1.
You know what that ugly swing tells me right there? This guy's got his good slider working. That thing's got depth and fight.
A dive, but he's back. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And another throw over. And he'll get back in safely. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runners on the move for second. Lifted in the air out to right. And the Marlins have their first hit of the game. He'll get it into second. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Jose Urena. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Here's the first pitch to him. And he's squaring around here, but he can't connect. 1 strike.
He doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach right here. That sac bunt is definitely staying on.
Runner goes for second. On attempt misses. The throw down. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And they'll tag him out in the rundown. Arrieta into the windup. Here's the 0-2. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. Up next will be Nick Williams.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. There to play it is Garcia, and that becomes out number 2.
Now batting.
So now Carlos Santana 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Gone!
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff. Homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 1-1 to Aaron Altair. The 1-1 home. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is in there. A called strike 3. But the Phillies strike first on this. Digging in to try it again, Cameron Maybin. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Popped him up. Santana waits on it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting. Third.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Anderson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. To short. Crawford gloves it. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home court.
Up next for the Marlins.
Riding in once again, Avisail Garcia. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves if they don't start putting balls in gaps. This guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Chopped weakly to the left. Franco scoops it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Leading off
First pitch of the at-bat.
Third baseman number 7. Mike
No balls and a strike to count. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Here's the 1-1. Popped him up. Realmuto moving to his left. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Jorge Alfaro. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. So earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned that we might be seeing a pitcher's duel today, and these two guys have certainly delivered on that promise.
You know, Matt, sometimes it's really hard to put a finger on why a guy pitches well and why a guy is having a very difficult time. So far, he hasn't had a very good season, but you know this, when you have the stuff that this guy has, he's 1 out, 1 inning, 1 pitch away from turning things back around, and he's pitching more now like the guy we thought he was going to be.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... Stepping in and ready for another shot, Derek Dietrich. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Stepping into the box, Justin Bohr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a breaking ball is chopped foul at the plate. It's 0-1. High pop-up. Franco is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding his zone.
Line drive to center field. This one's down. It's the first hit for the Marlins, and it's going to be for extra bases. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. Realmuto takes the turn at third. He wants it all. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Hey, this team has been shut down offensively up until this point, Dan. But right here, team's first hit of the game in the 5th inning. Let's see if it sparks them offensively.
You know, this will be interesting, D-Row, to see if they can crack this guy's code. A lot of times, once you get that first hit, several begin to fall after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy can put the screws on this one and tighten things up and not allow any more base hits.
Realmuto at third with 2 away. Sent on the ground out to second. And they'll escape danger here after the 2-out triple as stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Arrieta. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. This is gathered in out there by Garcia for the first out. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A ball and no strikes. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder. Hard hit ball to short. Penny is there. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Up next to be Nick Williams. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that misses 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1-2.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. but they're up 1-0. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched at this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
Ball 1. The 1-0 home. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Jose Urena goes down for the 2nd out here in the bottom half.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at-bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Cameron Maybin. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready once again, Cesar Hernandez. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Carlos Santana will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Dietrich on the grass, on to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 23, Aaron Altair.
Striding in once again, Aaron Altair. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, that's another nice 2-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Ready for another chance? Brian Anderson will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. First pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. High in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. 1 down.
The batter.
So here is Avisail Garcia. A couple of groundouts on his batting line in 2 trips so far. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Herrera is there. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Derek Dietrich. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 for the ledger? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. They still trail 1-0. Digging in once again, Michael Franco. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And it's gone as they add still another.
And you know who's the happiest about that insurance run right now? The guys in the bullpen. They can now breathe a little easier knowing they have a bigger cushion to work with to close this one out.
In now, Jorge Alfaro. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Brinson is right there, 1 down. Here comes the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Drills down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jake Arrieta. His line includes a single and a fly ball in 2 at-bats thus far. No balls and 1 strike. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Phillies get 1 in the frame, courtesy of this. Leading off the inning, Justin Bour, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Line drive snagged on a short hop, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now batting, captain JT.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. JT Realmuto, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Williams is there, 2 down.
Now batting.
Up next from Miami, Rob Penny. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Now the famous neon of Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-0. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1 is a low changeup that's laid off. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. but foul. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. A fastball that finds the outside corner. The 1-1 home. On the ground to the right side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Hey, you got to respect the first baseman getting dirty right there, but that batter was able to shoot that right past him.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And nobody's home. It's a base hit. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful, giving them that 3-run cushion.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Aaron Altair is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Wow, he's not even being subtle about it. He almost hits him with the previous pitch, and then he actually does it with the next one. Going to be interesting to see if they seek revenge at some point.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. Line hard. But this is a foul ball. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Altair rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double. So striding in, Jorge Alfaro. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early, but if he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitcher...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. One more shot coming up will go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Marlins nothing. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. First offering on its way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Pitcher, number 17, Sean Burnett.
Andre Ethier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 21, Andre Ethier.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Alfaro corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Ethier is retired, 2 down now. Here's Cameron Maben now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. 2 out, nobody on. Miami down to their last strike. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Alfaro goes to get it, but the throw is not in time, and this game isn't over yet. Into the box now, Brian Anderson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Arrieta sets. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. They'll try it again from first. Strike called. Now the throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. The Phillies took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jake Arrieta gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he allows only 1 hit in 9 full innings. Jose Urena is charged with a tough luck loss after 8 1/3 of very strong starting work. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa and the lefty Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 55 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the